As always, LaHonk. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Evernuts. Welcome all to a Friday night stream. It is a late Friday night stream, as you folks all know. But I have good reason for that, as you may have seen if you were looking at my Twitter. Oh my God. Configuration Queen with a resub. Thank you, CQ. Thank you so much. 20 months, currently on an 18-month streak. Thank you so much for that. That's a good way to start. I appreciate that. Good to see you. Thank you, CQ. I appreciate that very, very much. And welcome, everybody. Yes, as I say, this is a late starting stream. But if you're looking at my Twitter, you will see that the reason for that is because I had not one but two kids things for today. First of all, my daughter finished up her art camp that she was doing. And so she had an exhibition of sorts of the stuff that she's been doing with her character art animation class, was the subject of this particular camp. Her final camp of the summer out of like 6 million of them. No, not 6 million, but she did have a few different camps. So there was that, and that was a lot of fun to see the work that she's put in, and it was great, as you might expect. So little Arv, great stuff from her. And then Mini Arv had his debut theatrical performance, so to speak, following up in his sister's footsteps from last year. And they had his camp sort of cabaret performance, workshop performance, which was a lot of fun. The local, fairly well-known theater company here puts on a big summer camp, which goes on from year to year to year. And it's this very involved thing, actually, with lots and lots of kids. And so all the way from basically Kaylin's age, my son Mini Arv's age 6, all the way up to like, I think they do it through high school. I think it's like 16, 17 anyway. So it goes for a while. And it was great. It's a long show, though. It's like 2 hours almost of kids doing all different kinds of singing performances and dance and stuff like that. And, you know, there's some potential there if you were looking at it just as a sort of a theatrical, like, I wonder how good these kids are. There are some kids that I could see being pretty good and having some potential for stuff. But what I like about this is that it doesn't actually pressure. And I think at this level, I do think it's important to teach technique. I do think it's important to teach structure, but I don't think you want to do that at the level of this, because I think what you want first is just the joy. If you get the joy, if you get the kids loving their experience on stage, if you get them loving the fun that they're having, some of the kids, frankly, that'll be all they ever need. And that's wonderful, right? I mean, that's what you want. You're not trying to produce, 100 plus Broadway actors, because God knows the theater can't accommodate them. There's too many, not enough roles for the incredibly talented people you already have. So that's not the goal to me. The goal is to create joy and excitement and love for the theater and for the community. And then the secondary purpose is some of those kids may go on to do some amazing things, but I don't think you need to start that way. So on the first level, the I'm having fun thing, it was a blast. Mini Arv was like, I want to do it next year, and can sister do it next year with me, and all this kind of stuff. It was great. So I really had a good time watching that. When we got there, we got there 15 minutes early, but there were already a bunch of people had taken all the seats, and it's, like first come, first serve type of thing. So we ended up getting seats right by the stage, which was kind of a mistake, because it meant that most of the time when my son was on stage, he was spending a lot of time looking at little Arv, Mrs. Arv, and me and waving. We were just like, no. What's up, Rock God? Hello, everybody. We were just like, no, focus on the stage. Don't play. He's just got this big smile on his face, and he's waving at us. It was very funny, and exceedingly cute. And so that was lovely. And those are moments that I absolutely, but want to bottle up, right? Those will sustain me the rest of my life. The emotional power of getting to see your kids having joy is absolutely something I cannot replicate in any other sense. The joy that I have in game mastering, the joy that I have in teaching, the joy that I have in writing, the joy that I have in streaming. All of these things are wonderful joys to me, but there's nothing that can replicate the experience of watching your kids just genuinely happy, smiling ear to ear. And it's a different sort of thing, like those other joys that I just mentioned also are extremely important to me too, but it's just that is just, oh man, it was great. So I really enjoyed that. So I apologize that means that we had to reschedule Court of Blades. I had talked to the Court of Blades folks about this a couple of days ago, and the camps are now over for everybody because the kids are going to be going back to school in about 8-9 days, and I in fact am going to be going back to school in a couple of weeks myself. So camps are now over. Now we're just going to ride out the rest of the summer and kind of enjoy hanging out with each other and all that. But camps are done, and so now we're going to be moving into a much more organized schedule, although not completely organized yet. And I'm going to be announcing that in just a moment because we have one big thing which is going to be super cool, which I'll talk about in just a moment. But before we get there, just a couple of reminders, ways to support the channel. If you haven't done so, please, thank you, Rudinell. It's very sweet of you to say. And yes, I'm not going to get into anything metaphysical right now, but man, there are times when I feel her spirit. I'm just going to say that. I don't care what anyone, people can think what they like and believe whatever they like. I'm just telling you, there are times where, and this is an example of that, right? Where you just feel that joy that she experienced kind of being invested in them. And, and some of the Broadway stuff, like they did Defying Gravity from Wicked, which is a great song, which is a song that is, if there's ever been a song written for one person, that was the song, because, oh my God, Idina Menzel is freaking off the chain good. And like that song is freaking hard as hell. The octave shifts and oh my goodness, any singers in the chat know what I'm talking about. Defying Gravity is incredible. So they sang that, and they did the best they could. I mean, again, joy and excitement, right? But man, so they did stuff like that. It's just great stuff. And they did Waving Through the Window. And I have to say, I slept a little bit on Dear Evan Hansen. I've had a chance now to listen to the cast album and stuff like that. And that also has some great songs. Waving Through a Window is a great song. And Ben Pratt is absolutely dynamite in that role. His singing, his ability to portray social anxiety with power. I mean, social anxiety, but to sing through it with power is absolutely brilliant. If you get a chance to hear this, I would go on YouTube, and I wouldn't even look at the movie version. I haven't seen the movie. I've heard that the movie has some issues. Don't even look at the movie part. If you can just find a couple of musical productions, and there's plenty of videos of him singing it, even at the Tony Awards. If you listen to Ben Pratt singing that at the 2017 Tony Awards, oh my God. I mean, I just absolutely chillingly good. And so I mentioned that because a lot of that music, they played songs like that. They played songs from Hamilton, because it's Broadway stuff. And it just is a reminder again about how great some of the music that comes out of these Broadway productions are, how great they are, and just how much challenge it puts on the singer to be able to do it right. So anyway, regardless of that, I appreciate that comment very much, Rudinell. And yes, definitely felt, that's the kind of thing that would connect. Yes, and I think that's right. And my daughter the same way. Both of them I think have performance and stuff like that. And who knows? I don't know that he has spectacular instincts. I can't tell that yet. He's 6. Who knows? But I think he's always loved performing, and I think he will continue to demonstrate that energy regardless of what happens. With my daughter, I think that my daughter actually does have good instincts for movement. I think she has good instincts for dance. I think she has good instincts for performance in general. And the question is, does she want to pursue that? She has lots of other things she might want to do and loves to do, and that's going to be 100% her decision, not her mother's, not mine, and not even my parents and her grandparents, right? It's going to be up to her. But I think her connection to wanting to connect with people in a public way is something that will serve her positively regardless. So anyway, I did not mean to get off on that little tangent, but Rudinell's comment triggered that in me. So thanks, Rudinell. I appreciate that. So Please follow the channel. Please check out the YouTube with exclamation point ArvTube, Discord with exclamation point ArvCord, Twitter with exclamation point ArvTweets, website arvanelaron.com. Financially, exclamation point ArvTreon is the Patreon. I should mention that you can see that has dropped a little bit. We had a couple of regulars who had to step back, and that's going to happen. It's going to go up, it's going to go down. But again, that Patreon really does help a lot with the channel. It's really the financial backbone of the channel, and we got a lot of big stuff coming up over the next few months in a lot of different ways, including including the Negocius Infernalis stuff, including a very special reading, the Athos Arts reading, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. And in September, and we've got other premieres that are going to be happening. More stuff from Bag of Giving, more stuff from Speculate, Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks, continuing with Eberron and with Adventures in Middle Earth, and more with on the GOG streams, of course, with Talisman Adventures. We had a really good session last Tuesday with that. We've got D&D with GOG Goes Saltmarsh. So you know the drill. We got a lot of good stuff coming up here, and so that Patreon really helps if people are able to support there. Obviously, the subbing to the channel, as we just saw an example of from Configuration Queen, that's also super helpful, so thank you. You can get those custom sub badges and emotes and inspirations to use with the players, so that's great. Oh my God! Xanos! Oh my God! Wow, the bot is down. Well, I guess I'll try to let Shadow know about that. Okay, I'm gonna finish this last stamp, and then I have to talk about something. Wow. Okay, let me come back to this. So first of all, holy cow! Don't go anywhere, Xanos. Holy cow! That's a name I've not heard in many. My goodness. Okay, let me explain Xanos. Let me explain what's up with Xanos in just a minute. Okay. So I already mentioned about that stuff. Exclamation point Icarus from my Icarus graphic novel from Athos Arts. Again, I'll talk more about them in a minute. Exclamation point Library, my tales and tomes from the Forbidden Library from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And exclamation point Greyshade, which is my latest novel, Greyshade from Athos Arts, that came out on May 31st. And of course, you folks know that backer kit is now live, and you can actually now reserve copies of Renegade and Heretic, which are going to now be coming out thanks to the successful Kickstarter, the sequels to Greyshade, and of course, the Greyshade RPG. I had a great conversation with Brandon O'Brien about this. I mean, not good, great. Like, I am super excited for what is coming down the pike with the RPG. It's going to be amazing. And of course, the amazing audiobook from Tren and the whole bit. So you can do that with Greyshade. Last but certainly not least, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter. Very important to affirm and assert the significance and assert the importance and significance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now is the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, which is the way to, there's links there to help the fine people of the Ukraine, help the fine people of Ukraine who are fighting back against an illegal and illegitimate war against Russia. And this is a way for us to step up and help in that small but important, significant way. So can someone do me a favor from the mods and just drop in the Discord, just do an @Shadowed Mage and let them know that the bot is down. Once in a while that happens, and usually Shadowed is able to jump right up and restart that. Okay, with that said though, before I talk about the Athos reading and about stuff coming up, I've got to talk about this person because that is not someone that I expected to see, and I am very happy to see that person. First of all, hi everybody. Good to see you all. I hope everyone's doing well. It's a little bright. Let me just get that tuned down just a bit. Okay. So, Xanos is one of the most OGs of OGs in relation to my streaming. Xanos was actually on my first ever stream, which was Legend of Grimrock, all the way back in April 2012. Xanos is a guy that I knew back from the Catabasis days. Cata was the one who really got me into streaming in the first place. It is a pleasure to see you, Xanos. I actually was worried about you. I had not heard from you in years, and I actually was wondering how you were doing. I am super glad to hear you. Xanos is a good dude, and I am very glad to see him back. Obviously, there's never any obligation for anyone to show up to the channel or not. That's totally up to you, but it is very good to see you. And so Xanos is before everybody's time, I think, here on this channel just about because, as I say, Xanos was back in the early days. Literally, there were like 5 people on that first ever stream I had, and one of them was Xanos. So it's good to see you, man. I have seen Zyron Blue once in a while. Zyron's shown up. I haven't seen Demiser for a long time. Demiser was in that old crowd. I saw Slanderbot. These are all names that Xanos will be familiar with, but I haven't seen you for years, man. So how you been? How's life in the universe? The community here is an amazing community, and the mods are amazing, and the regulars are amazing. Everybody here is amazing, really, is what I'm saying. And so, but Xanos is good people. So, yeah, I wish I could introduce everybody individually, but I'll just say, Xanos, everybody, Xanos. He's a good dude, and if you're able to show up more, that's great. Obviously, no obligation, but it's good to see you. We try to keep trolling. Yeah, I mean, listen, back in the day, my goodness, wow. Yeah, it was good times back in those early days. And I mean, I just had Xanos this past April. I had my 10-year streamiversary. I started streaming April 12th, 2012. And so April 12th, 2022, I had my 10-year streamiversary, which is kind of an amazing milestone. And so, yeah, in Twitch terms, that's a long time. So ups and downs, but we're about to pick up insurance. I'm glad about that. Yeah, I know the job situation was kind of up and down for a while, and that was part of it. But yeah, 10 years, man. I mean, I got involved. I joined Twitch in December, I think it was, of 2011. And it was because I saw on a forum that this guy was doing these deathless runs in Skyrim. And I was like, what the hell is this? And that was it. I watched it and I was like, this is awesome. And then the rest is history. And it's funny because at the time, like one of the characters that Kata brought through Skyrim was actually a character from my first novel, The Third Sign, because in 2011, into 2012, I had published The Third Sign in 2009, so it had been about 2.5, 3 years. I had written Icarus, but it wasn't a graphic novel; it was just a prose novel, and I was just starting to think about Greyshade. But in 2012, I certainly hadn't written Greyshade yet. I was just kind of playing around with the idea. And so there you go. Yeah. That's true. That's a good point. And my new home is a 200-year-old sea captain's home. I don't know about a wooden transformer, but it definitely counts as those other regards. So, yep, that's right. That's right. That's right. My daughter, when I started, my daughter was 3, and is that right? 2011. Yeah. No. When I started streaming, she was 4, and she's now 14 and a half, and is now starting high school in about 2 weeks. So, and I've had a second since then. My son was not even born at the time, and I just watched him in his first cabaret performance, so to speak, as he was singing with a bunch of other kids at the age of 6. So time does go. But anyway, it's very good to see you, seriously, Xanos, and thank you. I'm glad you're able to stop by, and don't be a stranger here. You're welcome, obviously, and yeah. And again, it's a great mod crew and a great crew in general of people. So let me say just a couple of quick notes. Oh yeah, with the blood draw. Yeah, which I managed to, I got that done. Band-Aid is now gone. We'll see what the results are. I haven't heard from my doctor yet. That's probably a good sign. So let's talk about schedule, by the way, going forward. So a couple of notes. First of all, next Saturday, there is going to be a musical event. Now, I don't yet know entirely how much of this musical event I'm going to be able to show, but what I'll basically say is that it is a musical event which takes place at a number of houses and venues around our neighborhood. And so I'm going to be doing one of them. I'm going to be hosting one of them. And the plan, although again, this is still a little bit up in the air, is for 2 acts. One of the acts is supposed to be The Road, and it's supposed to be basically an acoustic set or the equivalent with myself and one Mr. Zach Clay. Now, Zach has not quite set up yet. We have not fully finalized all the details about whether Zach is able to come out for this or not. We're hoping he can, but we don't know about it for sure. So it's a maybe. We're not 100% positive about that. But we are positive about the fact that whether or not Zach comes, I can announce tonight that Jordan Indy Gonzalez is going to be coming out and is going to be live and in person playing a set in my house, basically on the porch of my house. So you folks will know Indy from the ArvCon performances that Indy does. So he is going to be coming up here and he's going to be staying at my place for a few days and he's going to be performing on that Saturday. And I'm going to be recording it and I'm going to be broadcasting it. So I am very excited about that. And this is a big deal because this particular musical event gets lots and lots of people. We actually had a couple thousand people last year, not just to my house. I mean, they like walk on they're walking on the streets. They close off the streets and they're just walking down the streets, and there's houses in the neighborhood that have porches that are able to serve this, and I'm one of those houses. And so last year I had this kind of individual sort of singer-songwriter, but he did mostly covers, so like Crosby, Stills, and Nash and stuff like that. He did a good job. This year, though, we're hoping to have, as I say, my band. That's dependent on whether Zach comes out. And then the other one is going to be Indy. So Indy's definite. He's definitely going to be there. And that's going to be happening on Saturday. The other reason that's important is that either Friday or Saturday or both, we are going to have some kind of live in-person events, which is going to include, he said, hopefully, which is going to hopefully include some maybe like a board game or maybe video game play with myself, Jordan, and Zach, or so all that kind of stuff is going to be happening. So that means that next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, Friday and Saturday, the 26th and 27th, are a little bit up in the air depending on when everything kind of coalesces. And that's why I didn't want to say that everything was clear. I knew that August was going to be one of the most kind of chaotic months schedule-wise, just because lots of people take vacations during that time. Also because I was going to be at Gen Con for over a week. Also because of this event. So that's going to be happening. After that, everything settles down to more or less normal. We'll have premieres, but I'm still going to be doing my usual streams. So that's going to be awesome. There's Shadowed Mage. And of course, Shadowed knows about Xanos. What is up, Shadowed? What's going on? But it's good to see you, Shadowed. Yeah, all of a sudden coming out of the woodwork. So that's going to be happening next weekend. The other announcement that I want to make that's going to be coming up, and then tomorrow night, by the way, Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. And we should have, I think this will make Echo happy, we should have our new music ready to go as well by that time, done by our very own Chrono Wolf. We're just putting it together with the video, so we hope to have it ready by tomorrow night, but the music is now done by Chrono Wolf, and as you might expect, it's badass. So that's going to be coming tomorrow. You'll definitely want to be here for that. We should have the full crew available for that from all of the people in Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks. Now, the other thing that I want to announce, and this is something which, since Emily's here, I will allow Emily to talk more about in chat, but there is a very special Athos Arts reading, which is going to be hosted by none other than CSE Cooney, and which is going to be hosted on yours truly's channel. So my channel is going to be, I am honored to be the host for this, and CSE Cooney, I mean the host channel for this, and CSE Cooney is going to be actually doing the hosting. I'm going to run production. It's going to go from 2 to 3:30 p.m. I will be reading an excerpt from my Athos Arts work, so I'm going to be reading an excerpt from Gray Shade, and you should definitely hang out and check that out if you like. But there are going to be lots and lots of people reading from Athos Arts works. There will be people reading short stories from the anthologies that Athos has produced. There are going to be people reading stuff from Alia Terra, I believe, is on the docket. So there's a ton of stuff. It's going to be great. So I'm very excited about that. And again, Emily can give more of those details. Also, Emily's been posting this on Twitter. Claire is going to start doing more announcements about this in the next couple of weeks. weeks, because as I say, this is happening Sunday, the 11th of September from 2 to 3:30. But Emily's done a lot of work in organizing this and putting this together. Claire is going to be great as a host for this, and it's going to be kind of a coming out party, so to speak, for Athos. In the I don't know how to call this, like, in the 6 month of Athos Arts. Like, it's not the month of Athos Arts, it's more than that. It's the duology, the triology of Athos Arts. Athos Arts has got all this stuff going down, not only with this, but also, of course, with the appearance of Emily as guest of honor at CanCon in October. So however it's going to be, there's going to be stuff like that, and you can sign up for it at that link, which Emily just put it in there. So that's the deal. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what is the term for, like, it's like it's like the age of Aquarius. Like, what's the term for Athos? Is it the age of Athos? Is it that's what I'm trying to think of, is how to distinguish it. Thank you. I just want to make sure that the bot was back up and functional and running. So, but thank you, Shoutout, very much for that. And I hope all is going well with you too, man. I hope everything is okay. So yes, that's happening on September 11th, and you will not want to miss that. And as I say, we will have more Bag of Giving stuff. We will have more of a lot of different stuff. My birthday is going to be on Friday the 16th. There's going to be a party that weekend. I know that for sure. So we'll see what happens. But I am turning 50 on that day, which is kind of surreal. It's very surreal, actually. And it's another thing that I thought about when I was watching my kids today doing their various things, exhibitions and pieces about, time goes. And every so often you just turn around and you've gotten older. And I feel good and I feel healthy, and I intend to be so for a long time to come, because I want to see my own kids have kids, and I want to see the world come together in better ways and see the community make advancements. And I have a lot of things left that I want to do. So I feel very much in good spirits and in good health. But it is a milestone, obviously. And so that's going to be coming up in September too. So it's going to be an interesting couple of months up there to come. But you will definitely want to be there for those things. That's right. That's right. Oh, I see. Well, that's no problem, dude. Anyway, I very much appreciate that. Yeah. The other thing I should say, in 2 weeks, I am also going to have a virtual couple of panels. I've got one virtual panel and one reading. They also told me today, they sent me an email saying that I have an autograph session. I don't know how that's going to work because I'm not going to be in Chicago in person, so I don't know how and autographing will work. I want to say the Rising Tides once did a virtual autograph session, but I don't know how that works. So we'll find out. What's up, Golden Drake? So I don't know. We'll just see. But anyway, so lots of good stuff happening coming up on the channel. So that's it. As far as that's concerned, we're going to get into some gameplay. And again, I'm sorry that we're starting late, but I hope people understand that I've very important to be able to be there for the kids. I take pride in the fact that I have made just about every one of their things. Not absolutely everything. I did miss a recital once for Little Arv, a piano recital when I was coming back from Origins. And I did miss one of my son Mini Arv's T-ball games once, but pretty much I've been to everything, whether it's basketball games for her, whether it's T-ball games for him, shows, stuff like that. Very important to me. I have not felt ever as if, oh my God, I've lost my child, as Little Arv has gotten older, because I've been there all the time. And so I've always felt like I have just gotten a chance to see this person grow up into this wonderful young woman that she's becoming. And that's been a joy for me to watch. And that's because I did prioritize that. And so, and by the way, separately from the fact that I think that's the right thing to do as a parent, it's also, and I take joy in it, it's also, by the way, made me a better writer. It's made me a better creator. I think it's made me a better game master and streamer, because it allows me to tie into these emotional states instead of just intellectualizing them. I don't need to tell you what love is. I've felt it, right? I don't need to pretend. And that is something that's very important to me. So mechanically, it's had this benefit too, in addition to the fact that it was the right thing to do regardless. So anyway, Have I played? So yeah. Yeah, and I'm sorry that you're still I know that, it has definitely been a thing for Emily since getting back from Gen Con as well. So continued sunshine and love and all that, Emily. I hope you're still hanging in there as best you can. And I'll try to give you a little bit of bouncy horses tonight so you can get that joy as we go along with it. Also, hi to Mrs. Dunsel. I don't think I said hi to you yet, so hello. Have I played in a BG3? Do you mean Baldur's Gate 3? I got to be honest, man. I'm not feeling it. I don't love Larian stuff. And it's nothing against Larian. I just don't click with their writing. I've played Baldur's Gate 3, some of the demo, and I basically felt like I was playing Divinity Original Sin 3. And I'm not a big Divinity Original Sin fan. I have, however, been playing Solasta, which is amazing. And that's great. And I want to play more of that. I haven't totally said no on Baldur's Gate 3, but it just it's not pushing my buttons the way I was hoping it would. And the other thing is that I find a lot of this stuff gross, and like, I don't mind flares, and like, you have a worm eating your brain. Like, I do not like body horror at all. So it's very much pushing against my grain. And giving me a migraine while pushing against migraine. So yeah. Yeah, the Solasta graphics are not great. Let me switch over, by the way, to, and let's get into some triangle strategy. Solasta, the graphics are not great on the character models, although they've gotten better, and the armor models are great. But I think the environments, Xanos, are gorgeous. I think the environmental design is really, really good. I think that in terms of just like combat map, it looks as good as anything ever produced under the Infinity Engine. Baldur's Gate, Divinity Original, all of them. I think combat, and I'm just talking in terms of the look of the combat map design, beautiful and beautifully designed. It is easily the best combat ever for a D&D game in my mind, ever. I don't think it's even close in terms of a close rendering of it. Now, that said, is it the level of story of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? No, not even close. It's not up to Planescape Torment's dialogue. No, absolutely not. But they would admit that. Tactical Adventures, which I interviewed the community manager for, they would admit that their story stuff, they're a small studio, and they wanted to focus most on getting the D&D feel right. Now the question is, what do they do going forward? They also have a really great community mod support, a mod support community, I should say. And so there's a lot of good adventures that are going to be produced that are not even sort of the official ones. I have been having a blast. I played through it. Now I'm playing through the DLC, probably closing in on being almost done with that. Again, I don't think that it like redefines video games or RPGs, but it's great. I mean, it's very, very, very good. Yeah, character models are not good. But again, though, I would say though, the armor models, like the way that they look with armor, often looks very badass. So they admitted themselves, and also I would say the voice acting is meh in Solasta, but the story I think is decent. I think it's well executed, and the environments are gorgeous, and the mechanics of the game is well done, and the environmental design and the combat is just top notch. Yeah. Yeah. I think so, Xanos. I mean, look, I'm not going to argue if you are, it's not like you're going to get it and all of a sudden the character models are great. I'm not saying that. But the armor models and so on look amazing. And the combat is spectacular, super good. And I think the story is good, is decent. It's not like unbelievable, but it's decent. And I don't know. I think they do a lot of things very well. Now, again, not a perfect game. Voice acting's not great. Character model's not obviously bad. They still do too much of the 4 people standing next to each other talking to someone during a cutscene. So I'm not in any. This is not going to be anyone's top 10 RPG list anytime soon. But it's good, and I like having something with this kind of potential get support because it means we're more likely to get some other good stuff. So I need to check and make sure that I have all of my people equipped. Yeah. Yeah, it's legit. It's legit, Xanos. I think it is. Okay, that's done. I think I upped all the ante of everything. I don't have any money left, right? Yeah, I have 0. Okay, yeah, I did this right. Okay, I did this. Good, lovely. Okay. Yeah, that's right. What Rudnell said. Okay. Oh, yes, that's right. We have a decision to make. The paths before House Wolfort diverge.
Thank you all for helping to determine the extent of the damage to the capital. This information will be invaluable as we proceed with reconstruction.
Voice acting in this, by the way, is quite good. Quite good. They did not skimp. In fact, if anything, the game gets too talky sometimes. Right.
There is also happy word from Castle Wolfort.
And the word is Big Bird.
My Lord Father is awake. They say he is recovering apace and is already up.
Aw, thank you, Shadowed. Xanos knows always go left. Do you have your Tinder box? Thank you, Shadowed, for gifting a sub to Xanos. I appreciate that, man. Enjoy the emotes, Xanos. And thanks, Shadowed, for doing that. That's very nice. Also, hi, Prince Justin. Oh, by the way, Prince Justin, that picture that you did is really funny. It took me a minute to remember where you took that, and then I saw the cinder block thing behind me. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I remember exactly what it was taken, and I think I was talking to Triffid at the time, and I was talking to Triffid, and then all of a sudden I saw there's Prince Justin with the camera. I'm like, wait, what did you just do? What did you do, Ray? What did you do? It was pretty funny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Oh my goodness. They're going ham. Thank you, Dragon Spear. What's up, man? A tier 1 sub to Drolana. A tier 1 sub to Peripheral. Peripheral Mike is in here. What's up, Mike? A tier 1 sub to Tilted Gaming. What's up, Tilted? A tier 1 sub to the aforementioned Zach Clay. What is up, Zach Clay? Who I owe a text message, which is now way overdue, and I'm really sorry. But kids' camps are done. Now I will text everybody. Gift sub to Von Mead as well. Thank you. Thanks so much, Dragon Spear. I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for doing that, Dragon. Thanks for all the subs and gift subs tonight, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Okay.
Those are glad tidings indeed.
He says he would like to see us and hear of all that has passed while he was taken ill.
All right, actually, I'm going to put a little note to make sure that I... There we go. I'm putting a note to make sure that I text.
Then what are we waiting for? I'll saddle the horses.
Would that we could depart at once, but the messenger brought another piece of news.
Bandits plague the outskirts of the Rosellen village.
Jerome and his folk are there. They can handle a few mangy thieves, surely.
Thank you, Prince Justin. Thank you for the tier 1 sub gift to Echo. It's very nice. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back, Echo, and thank you so much, Prince Justin. Oh, that's right. Followers or people that are active in chat. Okay, that's right, that's right. Still, those are people who are well-deserving, so thank you so much for doing that, Shadowed, and Dragon. And thank you so much to Prince Justin, and thank you previously to Shadowed, and to everyone else who gave and resubbed tonight.
Not according to the messenger. The bandits are proving a formidable foe.
Formidable.
which is why they have asked us for aid.
Roselle calls for aid. And Wolfort will answer.
Apologies for my tardiness. It's sudden, I know, but I must ask you a favor.
What is it?
I suspect Patriot and his royalists of filching relief supplies.
We've no proof it's them, but the fact remains. The people in most need of those goods are not receiving them.
The matter warrants investigating at the very least, and I would ask for Wolfort's assistance.
I see. Well, we were just discussing what we ought to do next. Allow me to explain the 3 courses of action before us. 1. Return to Castle Wolfort as my Lord Father requests.
Okay.
2. Defend the Rosellan village from bandits.
Okay.
Or 3. Remain in the capital to investigate the royalists.
That one is easy. And the answer is to defend the Rosellan village from bandits. Yes, we wanted to go talk to Dad, but we're not going to talk to Dad at the expense of basically throwing away everything that he stood for. It was his idea to protect the Rosellans, and for us to be like, yeah, we just thought we'd go hang out. Well, what's going on with the Rosellans? Oh, they're probably getting destroyed, but, we need to go talk to you. So no. And as far as remaining in the capital to investigate the royalists, we definitely want to do that at some point. That's not as proximate an issue as keeping people alive, which is what's happening with the village. Yeah, so when you exactly. So when you, those channel points you get just basically by being in the channel, and then you can use them for different things. You can highlight messages, you can sometimes alter emotes, and the other thing you can do with us is that you can, when you get it to a certain number, you can redeem them for inspirations, up to 2, I believe it is, inspirations that you can use during the course of no, I shouldn't say that, not up to 2. You can get one of those channel point inspirations, which means you can have a total of 3 inspirations, which are used to help D&D players in our various campaigns, because I run a lot of campaigns on this channel. So like what Runodo. Oh yeah, man. Twitch has gone into... Twitch is on the microtransaction frame. I mean, in fairness though to Twitch, like this is just... Channel points are just funny money, right? They're just... You just get them for being in the channel and for doing different kinds of things. Some channels do like a whole thing where you can like gamble channel points. I don't get into that because at a certain point I'm just like, I can't keep track of all that and I don't even want to. But they're, a cool little additional thing that it has. Sarah Noah and Roland forever.
Lord Simon has recovered. What splendid news. If I could only go to him myself and thank him for all House Wolfort has done. But I cannot leave the capital in the throes of a possible scandal. Too many hold the royal family in contempt as it is.
That may be the case, but now that Lord Simon has awoken, someone must make sure he is healthy and apprise him of recent events.
Can't Huette send her owl or send her hawk and with a message like, yo, we'll see you in a bit. We got to go defend your people, Dad.
I would go to Castle Wolfort, Lord Serenoa, if it pleases you.
My heart breaks for the Rosellan village. Let me go to its defense, even if I must go alone.
I think this is a great idea. Let's split the party and have everyone go in 3 different places.
I cannot allow that. It's far too dangerous a task for one person.
Well, I would have the Wolfort soldiers with me, of course. Besides, do you recall our first meeting?
Of course I do. You were being assailed by rogues at the port.
If you hadn't been there, who knows what would have become of me. But I am not as weak now as I was then. I am stronger, enough that I shall bring no dishonor to House Wolfort's name. My lord, have faith in me. Let me do this.
Very well.
It seems best that Benedict, Frederica, and I each attend to these pressing matters, separately.
Thank you, Shadowed. No, I am not playing a horror game.
Indeed, but the rest of us cannot be in 3 places at once. We can only choose one path to take. Bring the scales of conviction.
So, okay. So Benedict, Frederica, and Roland are going to be in 3 separate places, and it's who we're going to join, I guess? Cannot help but feel restless. We reclaimed the Crown City and have already begun restoration efforts. There should be no question as to what needs to be done here. And yet something has me unsettled. So, return to Wolford, tell Seaman that Glenbrook has been reclaimed. Yeah, no. Remain in the Crown City, expose the corrupt royalists. Valuable, but not as important as traveling to the Rosellan village investigating the bandits. Undecided yet. To me, it's about the Rosellan village. Alright, so we're going to go outside, because you can always get extra clues and information. Okay. Must admit I am deeply fascinated by you, Lord Serenoa. A lord turned saint who won back his kingdom from his frosty clutches and saw the prince back to his throne. I can only wonder how your people will welcome such a hero home. Pray allow me to accompany you, my lord. If I go to Wolford, I suppose Milo will be coming with me. Learned about Milo's destination. Haha! Yes! Oh man, I needed those large hit point recovery pellets. What's up? Our salt reserves are running low. We must restore trade with Hyzant as soon as possible. As one of the Saintly Seven, isn't there anything you can do? As one of the Salty Seven... Oh. Let's see if we rush to negotiations. We're so much consortium merchants are already in the move. Best to just wait for the opportune moment. If King Roland's permission for it can act, can share a portion of Wolford's stores with the Crown City. I think it's this one. Aye, negotiations ought to be done with a level head after all. Our reserves won't last forever, but will hold long enough. I would think stores of salt nearly depleted after the trade stop. We already had some stocked up for emergencies, but the Esfrosti army brought a whole bunch more. So the duchy has salt to spare. I suppose that really means they were preparing for war for some time. You've put my mind at ease, Lord Wolford. I cannot thank you enough. Glenbrook is blessed to have both House Wolford and King Roland. With your forces combined, I know the kingdom will be restored to its former glory in no time. With your forces combined, you are Captain Planet. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Wait, I can't. Alright, I'll be right back to talk to you in a second. Alright, what? Yeah. Very, very much like, just, you know, try to distance as much as you can, shadowed, and mask as much as you're allowed to, right? Those are 2 big things. Fireball the villagers. Yeah, very Fire Emblem-y as well, Xenos, if you know that one. We royalists, along with Minister Patriot himself, are helping to rebuild the capital. We must reverse all the changes that Esfrost has wrought and see the Crown City back to its former glory. I know that there are many problems facing the kingdom now, but us royalists are more than happy to take care of everything. If you want our trust, tell us everything you learned about Esfrost under their rule. Is it true that the royalists tried to win the Archduke's favor in order to protect themselves? Let's serve King Roland together. Please see to domestic affairs. Reassure the people everything okay. Alright, so this is the, sure, you're the best, do whatever. This is the, hey, are you a traitorous bastard, as I suspect. Or, I don't like any of these. This is very much like, whatever you say. This is like, I'm going to go with that. I wish I could, my lord, but Archduke Gustadolf had us doing only the most menial of tasks. There isn't anything I can tell you. I should have suspected as much. There's no way Gustadolf would tell anything to those he couldn't trust. I do remember one thing, though. Minister Patriot said that Lady Erica always wanted fresh fruit and wine brought to her room. I see. Thank you for your help. Obtained an amulet of immunity. What is that? Amulet. Whoops. Amulet of immunity, huh? Grants immunity to all status ailments. Interesting. All status ailments, huh? I'm going to do that. It's less hit points, but having that immunity is a big deal. Okay. That's nice. Handy. Yeah, superior timber. I think it's a little weird, I have to say, that I just got a superior timber from a tree. Like, did I just cut that down? Only got one, but superior timber is very useful. I am trying to find absolutely everything that isn't nailed down. Superior stone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. I didn't go to this one. Okay. Okay, so I went and talked to that person. I think. Yeah, okay, okay, wait. I got turned around. Ah! Don't do that. Turn around. Turn around. Every now and then I play a little of this game. Get confused of what is down. Jack John plays games. Welcome, welcome. Hey, what's up, Rising Ties? What is up, my friend? So yeah, the Rising Ties and I had a discussion for the ages the other day on Gray Shade planning. It was awesome. I am very excited. We were downright cowards under Esfrost's rule, but hearing stories of House Wolfart's courage in reclaiming the capital has inspired us to do better. To think that King Roland was alive all this time. Your house has my utmost respect for helping him reclaim the capital. My allegiance to the royal family shall not waver, not now or ever. I heard some bandits were spotted on the outskirts of the Rosellan village. Rumor has it they're led by some father and daughter duo. Oh, that's the same crew that first threatened Frederica back in the day. Man, these bandits gotta stop. What were their names again? Father and daughter. That sounds like Travis and Trish. But what could they be after? You learned about family banditry. Family banditry. Who the hell are you? Lord Sereno, I've heard great things about you. Well, the feeling is not mutual. You were appointed one of the Saintly Seven and even demonstrated your prowess as lord of a high house in battle. How shall we royalists address you from now on? How about legend? That'd be a good start. Refer to me as the OG. The OG Serenoa. Yeah, that, yeah. We will have to think about that, at least as far as the names are concerned. Oh, who is the best Batman? I'm Batman. Anything? No. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. No, looks like that's all. And I got everything on that side, right? Okay. All right, I gathered the info. Okay. Yeah, I like Bale a lot. I'm a big fan of Christian Bale in that role too, but okay, let's see. So I need to tell you, Roselle Village. As the steward of House Wolford, it is my duty to let Lord Simon know what happened while he was ill. Benedict has already chosen a path. Okay, so Anna.
Lord Serenoa.
We finally managed to rout the Esfrosty forces from the capital. But it seems our busy days are not over yet. Now we must decide which issue requires our attention most. Let's see. Should look into the bandits spotted near the Rosellan village. You would have us accompany Lady Frederica, my lord. The Rosellan village, far though it may be, still falls within Wolfort, and I cannot turn a blind eye to anyone who seeks to disrupt our domain. Of course, it is your duty as lord to think about such things. But our opponent would not be another nation's army, but simple bandits. I cannot help but wonder if that's truly a priority right now. Having bandits in our domain is certainly a problem that concerns House Wolford, and yet... Yeah, I screwed that up. She's not going to go with it. That was stupid. I didn't do that right. Darn it. Okay. The Crown City's finally back in Glenbrook's hands, but our work's far from over. Where do you think we should go from here, lad? Should look into the bandits. So you want to accompany Lady Frederica to the Rosellan village, eh? Is it really that important right now, is it? I'm curious as to what bandits would hope to find in the Rosellan village. Must have some goal to travel so far.
You're onto something.
It's pretty strange now that you mention it. I doubt there's anything of interest there for your average bandit. Think it's possible they heard about the key that'll free the Roselle? If they did, there's a chance they think it'll fetch a pretty price. In any case, I'm worried about Jerome and the others. If this is the path we choose, we best make haste to that village. Thanks for that, lad. I think you might be right about the Rosellan village. Okay, I may have signed him. I may have brought him there in the right way. Okay, I don't need to convince you. He's already chosen a path, right? I'll remain here in the capital, but you needn't worry about me. You must decide where you need to be, friend. Okay, so Roland's chosen. We may have freed the capital from Esfrost's clutches, but there's so much work to be done. As a member of the King's Guard, I wish to stay here and help unify the city. We should look into the bandits, though. Good night, Configuration Queen. Thank you so much. I think it's that... I don't know. There's something that I like Keaton too. I think Bale, for me, gets an aspect of... He sort of nails the part of Batman, or Bruce Wayne, I guess. The good part, the part that his father reached, the part that actually really mattered, in a way. The thing that really distinguishes him from Joker and all these other, criminals that he fights. I do like Keaton, and he nails kind of the humorous oddness of Batman. I like Bale's version. Pattinson is good. I have to think about Pattinson. I like the Batman movie, The Batman, that came out, actually, even though I think Last 45 minutes is a misfire, and I think they get it tonally wrong, and I think they needed to adjust what they did. But I do like Pattinson's Batman because it feels so noir to me, like Frank Miller noir. But I don't know that I've seen enough of Pattinson yet to know, right? Like, we have 3 movies with Keaton, right? 2 or 3 movies with Keaton. We had 3 movies, obviously, with Bale. Right now, we've only got the 1 from Pattinson, so I don't know that I have enough information to work with. I think all we can know for sure is that George Clooney is not the Batman that you want. The Batman movie. No, not one with Keaton. There were 2, at least 2. He did the Batman Returns as well. He did Batman and Batman Returns, Dragonspear. That was also Keaton. No, he may not have done 3, but he at least did 2. Yeah, I was 2, then Kilmer. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe. He felt like he was himself. I don't know. You have to remember that I love Batman Begins so much that I don't know. It just nailed Batman. Yeah, then Val Kilmer. Kilmer's a good actor, but I don't know. Kilmer never felt to me like he was really committed to the role. It felt like a weird, like, let's make him Batman? I don't know. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. So when there's the best time for that? Shows people new king, put our faith and focus attention elsewhere. Part of our domain. See, I don't know that that's going to work with Huette. That's not going to work with... That's sexist and not going to work. From Lord of our house to one of the saintly 7, your duties must be endless. I would not dare place undue demands upon you. And the Wolfort domain is also a part of Glenbrook. Bringing peace to their village should also help stabilize things in the Crown City as well. I see now your reasons for wanting to visit the Rosellen village. So that's a maybe. I feel bad. I could have gotten Anna. I didn't handle that right. Another recovery pellet. Yes! Let's go! I really needed those things too. I used a lot of the hit point stuff lately. I needed this stuff big time. I like that it's not creating a wedge though where Roland's going to be upset or whatever. $1,500. Hell yes. That harpsichord baby in the background. Okay. Did that right? Okay. Okay.
It is time to cast our votes.
I think Greyshade is the best Batman. I'm honored if that were actually true. I would be honored. I'm Greyshade. I may not be the hero that Karel deserves, but I'm the hero that Karel needs. But you've given everything to them. Not everything. Not yet. Life could always be worse. You could be Theon Greyjoy. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, see, and I mean, Conroy's obviously great, but I don't know, man. Part of this is that I don't put as much stock. That's why I shouldn't say that. I don't myself watch animated stuff nearly as much. So it just doesn't grab me the same way. So I tend to put less weight on it than on live action. It's the same way with Star Wars stuff. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, the best Star Wars is Rebels. And I watched a few episodes of Rebels and I'm like, and then, Clone Wars. And I watched a few episodes of Clone Wars and I'm like, I like the live action stuff. I don't know. I don't. So it's not, and again, in no way am I disparaging it. It's clearly just as good in terms of the acting quality. That's not what I'm saying. It's just I don't I don't sort of put those in the same category, I guess. Also partly because there's so much of it. Like there's so much animated stuff, you know, especially with something like Batman. So I don't know. Yeah. Right, because they canceled Batgirl. Do you think that's a permanent cancellation? Are they really going to permanently cancel Batgirl? Wasn't it already shot? And they're just not going to release it now? Well, but that may say more about the live action Xanos than it says about the animated DC.
We have 3 options before us. Return to the Wolfort domain, depart to the Rosellan village, or stay in the capital. Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
All right, so those are the ones who already made their choices. So here's Anna, who I no. Oh, I never talked to Gila. Oh, shoot. Well, Anna's going to be a no.
My apologies.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
Wow, Hewitt didn't go with it either. And then
You won me over.
okay, so Eridor went with us. Hold on one sec.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
It was shot but not edited or post-produced. But still, though, but it's shot. Like, if it was shot, how is that even... I can't believe that doesn't get made someday. I don't even... And yeah, I think it's something relating to that, Rise and Ties, I agree. It got edited and test screened. The reaction was pretty bad? Really? Yeah, The Flash... Oh, my God. I was reading an article about that, about how basically DC is just... Warner Brothers is just kind of like... just doubled down on like, oh, here's why everything's great. I'm like, I don't know, man. And the problem is that really Marvel has just outclassed them on almost every level. I mean, Wonder Woman was obviously very good. The first one, the second one, no. First one was very good. Aquaman, I heard, was actually kind of good in a goofy way. And I am probably one of the only people alive who actually kind of like Man of Steel and think that Henry Cavill is a very good Superman. I don't, you know, and I've seen all of them. I know all about Christopher Reeve. With all respect to Christopher Reeve, he's great. I think Henry Cavill is a good actor. I think he nails that part. And I think Man of Steel, I understand the problems with the fight against Zod and that those are valid concerns, but man, I think there's so many good moments in Man of Steel. So anyway, but having said that, Wonder Woman, Man of Steel, maybe Aquaman versus how many good movies out of Marvel? And not perfect movies, but Winter Soldier is very good. You know, I happen to really like the first Thor. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I think that Age of Ultron is actually underrated. I liked the first Iron Man. There are a lot of solid Marvel movies, at least solid, if not really good. Black Panther, you know, a lot of solid ones, and there's like 3 basically from the entire DC oeuvre, so to speak. Oh, Emily's going to sleep. All right. Yeah, sleep well, Emily. And feel better. Yeah, I heard you, and I see all that. Okay. Be well, Emily. Yeah. And I think that I hadn't heard that part, Rising Tides, but it sounds like a mess. Like, I'm sorry that it's happened. I'm sorry that it's happened to DC, to Warner, but like, it did. So you just have to deal with it. We just got enough. All right, travel to the Rosellan Village. Oh, that's why I didn't convince Gila, because I didn't talk to her because she was already going to the Rosellan Village. So, yeah.
The way forward is decided. We march to the Rosellan Village and drive the bandits from the surrounding woods.
Okay, good. That was the right choice. Oh, that's true.
I shall accompany Frederica
True.
to defend the Rosellan Village.
Yeah, that's quite true. I didn't mean that they deserve it. I meant, my point was, like, you can say they got a bad break with the Ezra Miller stuff, I guess, but like, too bad, you know? And you had years to get DC working better, to get DC work. I mean, if you've got Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman as lead roles and Justice League just sitting there, it's not like they were starting with properties that were way behind Marvel. Arguably, I mean, more people paid attention to, before all the movies started, and you asked people, if you went out there and said, do you think Iron Man, Captain America, and the Avengers is a bigger deal than Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman? They'd be like, no, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are clearly the more important characters. If you asked comic fans as a whole. Obviously, some people are more fans of Marvel, some DC, but clearly DC had bigger names, I think. But DC has just mostly botched it. I should say Warner has mostly botched it. Whereas, you know, say what you like about Disney, but they have not botched all of Marvel. There are some pretty good Marvel things in there. Interesting. Well, Mandalorian is great. I mean, obviously, I would totally understand whatever you want to do for sure. But Mandalorian is amazing, and is a real testament to the strength of the Star Wars franchise without having to do the nonsense they did in the sequel trilogy. So,
I know not what the bandits are after, but I cannot allow them to run rampant over the land.
Rampant.
Thank you, Serenoa. I am heartened to have you by my side.
Very well. Fulfill your duty to your domain. I shall see to things in the capital.
Then I shall venture to the Wolford domain and make our report to Lord Simon in your stead.
And this is farewell for now. King Roland, Benedict, until our reunion in the capital.
Roland and Benedict left the party. Really? That's not good. Yeah. And I don't. Have you folks seen the thing on? There's a YouTube thing where it shows. It basically takes Man of Steel and it shows what happens if you gave it a brighter color palette. And literally, that's all that changes. Is just take some scenes and gives it a brighter color palette, and just the palette, the color palette alone, and immediately makes it just like pop. So. Was it? I have not seen the Snyder Cut.
Here we are.
Suddenly the
Village.
Suddenly the Saboteur.
Right. Just where that book we swiped from the archives pointed us. Ooh, you catch a whiff of that? Smells like treasure to me. Calling this hovel a village does a disservice to villages. We'll find that fortune soon enough.
Hold it, Trish. Maybe we'd best leave this treasure be.
Having second thoughts, Pa? Knees buckling at the thought of a little bloodshed?
Now just shut up and use your head for a bit, girl. You know the story of this village as well as I. How they fled from the cruelty of Hyzant. Seems to me we have more than a bit in common with these folk. And I don't wish to cause them any more suffering than is necessary.
See, the bandit with a heart of gold. Hey, what's up, Shatter Mage? What's going on, dude? Good to see you, Shatter. How you been,
You're
man?
getting soft in your old age, Pa. All right, have it your way. We'll give him a little scare, grab the treasure, and be on our way.
But there's one more. My damn back is still acting up. Not enough rest since the last job.
I know that feel, Travis.
Might be even worse than last time, as a matter of fact.
Did you go to sleep and wake up an old crone? Put your weapon in your hand and get moving!
Old crone.
The likes of us only get one chance to grab fate by the horns. And this is ours!
Yeah, I saw you talking a little bit about that briefly on Twitter, Rising Ties. Why is that? You just think it's too long? Like, they need a reset? They need a reboot? Yeah.
Wasn't it you who taught us to take what we can, because the world ain't in the habit of giving?
I know, but I...
You know what? I don't want to hear your bleating. Go rest if you need it, because I don't need you. Me and the boys will handle the treasure hunting.
Wait, Trish! Damn back.
Magic the Gathering is getting a Lord of the Rings set. By the way,
members of House Wolffort,
hold on a
having
second.
earned momentary respite after reclaiming the capital, decide to go their own ways.
I saw an Amazon Prime van the other day driving along that had a big Rings of Power ad on the side of the van. Like, literally, they painted the van. I was like, wow, man. Ah, yes. Which is one of the things I liked about The Mandalorian, actually, is that it was telling its own story, which is kind of a smaller scale story. I know that it connects with other bigger stories, but yeah, that's fair, Rising Ties. It's been Marvelized.
Roland remains in the capital to deal with his political opponents. Benedict returns to Castle Wolffort to visit the ailing Lord Simon. Serenoa and Frederica, having received reports from Jerome of bandits in the Rosellan village, depart to investigate.
And now as Frost attacks. Chapter 15, Part 2, The Trot of Thieves. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair for sure. Okay, do we have any side stories? We do not, so we just have character stories. A single man puts an end to the chaos caused by some as frosty soldiers in Glenbrook. All right, let's see what that is.
Ah, my shop! Someone stop this madness!
Carry on screaming and sniveling. This land is ours now, and we'll do as we please.
You monsters!
Ha! Try me! I'll cut you down where you stand!
Whoa.
And just what do you think you're doing?
That's a baller shield right there.
You disgust me. Be gone from this place.
Stout Hawk's shield?
So, you've chosen death then?
So you have chosen death. Stout Hawk shield.
Hold! Does my eyes deceive me? Is that not Sir Flanagan?
Wait, is that...
And what if I am?
'Tis him! The bloody shield in the flesh!
The bloody shield! Is that a chicken? You can fly on that hawk.
Damn it all! Run for your life, you fool!
How far they have fallen. They confuse might for morality, and sully the duchy's good name.
Hail, soldier! I cannot thank you enough for coming to my aid.
'Tis instinct. I cannot abide such cruelty. Though I no longer call myself a soldier, it is the only station my skills afford me.
That's true. Well, Huette has one of those, but...
Milord, a man calling himself Flanagan requests an audience. Will you grant it?
Flanagan? The name sounds familiar somehow.
I think that I was after his lucky charms.
Ah, he fought in the tourney, didn't he? The one they call the Bloody Shield.
His frosty soldier. What brings him to me? Anyhow, send him in.
My lord.
Thank you, Shadowed, for giving a sub to Golden Drake. What was the deal here? Those thieves are hot to trot. They were just big and metal, and they could fire missiles at you.
Been a few moons, Bloody Shield.
And many more since I answered to that name.
Then what brings Ines Frosty to us this day?
Words cannot bring back your countrymen, but I give them to you anyway. I condemn the Duchy's actions with every fiber of my being.
For a minute, I read that as, I give you your countrymen back. I was like, what? And he's just like, suddenly reaches from behind his back and somehow produces all of the dead Wolforts. Like, what? Okay, that's slick. That's pretty slick. But, like, I don't understand, though. So, there's a Lord of the Rings set. It's just... Is it Lord of the Rings but with magic rules? I don't understand. Like, what? I don't... Good night, Trippid. What's up, Wayman Wolf? How you doing, man? Stout Hawk Shield. That's right. Can buff McLarge huge and Dirk run fast. Good to see you, Wayman. So yeah, what is that? Is that like... What like... How does that work exactly? Like, is that Lord of the Rings, but you play it with magic cards? Or is it just, you just include them for the hell of it, but you're just playing magic?
Deeply ashamed am I of our Archduke's willingness to shed the blood of innocents.
Blood of innocence.
Meager though they may be, You have my sympathies.
So, you came all this way just to apologize? You're a strange one, all right.
I am well aware that words alone mean little.
Look at this guy. Flanagan Groot. Hello, I am Flanagan Groot.
And that is why I offer my service. That my words might ring true.
That my words might ring true.
Why House Wolfort? There are far greater armies that would give anything to have a warrior like you in their ranks.
Well, yeah, I am Flanagan Groot. Tournament legal Magic cards based on tie-in characters. Oh, okay. Honestly, if they did a Lord of the Rings thing that was basically Magic, but it was all Lord of the Rings, I would be tempted. It would.
I have no interest in further bolstering the might of Esfrost or Hyzant. They trample the weak with no remorse. I will stand for it no longer.
And you think you can stand here and call us weak? You little...
You intrigue me, Sir Flanagan. But what of your title? Is your shield truly stained with blood?
Nah, it's ketchup.
It's a name given to me by men, nothing more.
You can trust he'll hold his own in battle if you take him in. One look is enough to tell you that.
A boon to our cause, then. Provided we ourselves do not become the very thing you despise. House Wolfort welcomes you, Sir Flanagan.
The feeling of intrigue is mutual. I am at your service.
You're two peas in a pod, aren't you?
Flanagan joined your forces. Okay. Flanagan's basically a melee guy, though. Rugged and mighty warrior soars above the battlefield. Draws the enemy's attacks, stands strong against head-on attacks. Okay, so he's basically like a faster Eridor. A faster, more mobile Eridor, I guess. Manfred Strongtree, Gruff Hardheart. Eridor Chivaltrous. Ricard Blast Furnace. Interesting, Rising Ties. Interesting. So, like, but that means what? That you could just play Hands of Magic, but you'd just be using Lord of the Rings cards, basically? Okay. Before I do this searching business, actually... I think I will do the searching business first, then I'll worry about using that.
Ah, Lord Serenoa, Lady Frederica. Glenbrook is as prosperous as it ever was. And I hear we have you two to thank for it.
Yep.
Glenbrook owes its return to prosperity to many, Jerome. I only hope this marks the beginning of a journey toward peace.
As do I. So, what brings you to our humble village this day?
We've received word that you've been having trouble with bandits.
And you came all the way here personally? Truly, I am moved.
You're under the protection of House Wolfort. I'm only doing my duty.
Of course. As a matter of fact, we have sighted bandits skulking about in the woods. Fortunately, they seem to be content with that.
I'm glad no one has come to harm.
Okay, that's pretty slick, Rising Ties, actually. That's pretty slick. Is it? or Wayman, what you do is, right, you have Frodo, you tap 3 green to put the eagles on Frodo and give them fly, and then you fly the ring over the battlefield and do 70 points of damage to the Sauron character, thereby destroying him 5 times over.
for now, my lady. Doubtless they are probing our defenses for weaknesses. Although they've yet to bare their fangs, I feel their gaze on my back from time to time.
Bandits aren't known for planning ahead, but there's a first time for everything. I suggest we look into this, my lord.
I agree. If indeed there are bandits lurking about, we should flush them out or drive them away.
Aragorn, son of Bob. Yeah. I mean, the reality is that I've played the Lord of the Rings card game, and I liked it for a while, and then I got very annoyed by it. It's exceedingly difficult, and I actually don't think it's that well designed. I think it has all these problems with it. So then I got Journeys Through Middle-earth, which I've been playing with a friend of mine, and I really like. They did a great job with that. But it's still not like card stuff. And the Lord of the Rings card game that it was made into a video game, the video game card is very different and, again, exceedingly hard. So, I don't know. Any excuse to play more Lord of the Rings stuff, basically. But
That would be much appreciated, my lord. We've sent out our own search parties, but with you by our side, the work will go all the quicker. However, I understand your recent days have been filled with strife, and you've journeyed far. Allow us one night to treat your arrival with the pomp it deserves.
Thank you, Jerome. I would welcome a night free from worry.
oh, what a night. Late Roseanne back in 63.
I look forward to hearing
What a
stories of your heroic
special time
exploits.
it was for me.
I've got a few of those. All it'll cost you is a few drafts of ale.
I've played, well, so the drill is I like Magic, but I don't like the, how do I describe this? This is going to sound weird. So I like Slay the Spire, and I like games where you have to assemble decks, or you have to tailor decks over time based upon cards that you find. I don't like things where it's like, here's 1,000 cards, now make a deck. I don't find that interesting. But if it's, here's 6 cards, and you've had to just like, you have like these 6 cards that you've got, and now you have to like gradually build up a better deck and whatever by adventuring and so on. Like, I love the old Microprose Magic game a lot. So if it's something like that, that's cool. But I don't like having access to every conceivable card because I'm not really interested. I don't love deck building. It's not really a mechanic I care about that much. So, and it's very similar actually to my feelings about crafting. In games, I would much rather find awesome treasure and be like, ooh, I got this new sword that I can equip because blah, blah, blah. Instead of finding a million like fiber and 7,000 iron and whatever so that I can forge it. I don't want to craft it. I want to find it. So it's somewhat similar in that regard to Magic with me. I don't want to craft the deck. I just want to like have the deck. I want to have like a bunch of cards. I don't know, either get a bunch of cards that I gradually tailor down to the deck I want that I find, like open up, 30 cards and then of the 30 cards make a set, or have a set and then you can defeat certain creatures and get cards from them. So that's all. Slay the Spire is great. Yeah, exactly, Wayman. I stopped being interested when I got outbought by another 12-year-old when I was like, in my 20s, and I'm like, all right, that's enough of that. All right, let's see how the Roselle are faring. How are you faring? What's going on, Anna? Why would bandits come here? If it's money they're after, the noble's quarters or a caravan would be much more lucrative. Excellent point. 1,500 gold. One day I'm going to be as strong as you and protect this village, Lord Serenoa, but it is not this day. This day I suck. Congratulations on your victory, my lord. I heard you wrested the crown city out of Esfrost's iron clutches. We cannot thank you enough for coming to our aid during what is undoubtedly a busy time for you. If there's anything we can do to be of service, you need only say the word. Any character require large volumes of stone and lumber. Help us procure some. You needn't worry about us. We ask you to continue living your lives as you always have. Understood. Some of the villagers are out on patrol now, so you needn't worry about that. We will let you and the others know when the preparations for the feast are complete. Thought about the stone and lumber, but... Right, Xanos, me too. See, I would have played theme decks also, and theme decks are like not... It's not what you want, right? Like, theme decks are not the true way. Oh, clever. Disenchanting spice. Not what I was hoping for. We cannot thank House Wolford enough for protecting us. We owe you our lives. Yes, you do. You reclaimed the capital and defended the Roselle. Ain't no one out there what can deny your greatness now, lad. Let's round up these bandits, then grab ourselves a swig of wine to celebrate. Because alcohol's the only way to have fun. My parents said I have to play inside the village because some dangerous people are out there. But now that you're here, you can tell me what's going on out there. Pretty please? Well said. I never expected you to come to our rescue again, Lord Serenoa. We are prepared to defend this village on our own, but we're 100 times stronger with you at our sides. Cure all pellet. Awesome. Wish we had more to offer you, especially you came all this way. With the bandits being as close as they are, we haven't been able to leave the village at all. Never mind your excuses. Give me everything. Aha. Panacea pellet. Why are you facing the wall? I won't forgive bandits for trying to pillage this poor village. They won't get away with this. Word has it you came running when you heard there were bandits here. You're too kind, my lord. I know the other villages are on patrol, but I worry so much about being attacked that I can't sleep at night. Go up here. Added children's scribbles to notes. I want to look as dashing on horseback as Prince Roland. My dream is to be as beautiful as Lady Frederica. One day I'll be an even better strategist than Benedict. I want to fly on a big hawk just like Huette. Anna gave me sweets and it made me very glad. It's a little weird given Anna's penchant for poison. I want to study magic with Gila. Eridor looks big and scary, but he's really strong. I want to fight alongside Lord Serenoa someday, too. Boy, that's sad sack stuff. Oh yeah, and Lord Serenoa's kind of okay. Large Thunderstone. Alright, no need about that. We've spotted traces of the bandits' campgrounds near the outskirts. With them around, it's too dangerous to even go hunting. Yeah. Too bad that there's no, too bad that their digital stuff. I played a little bit of Magic Arena, but their digital stuff feels like it's not, I don't know. It'd be great if they're just like, here, have 100 cards, and here's a viable way to play with those 100 cards, and then maybe later on you can get better at it, especially digitally. Seeing the village like this, I know he made the right choice. As a fellow Rosellan, I want to see them safe. Will you help me, Serenoa? The Roselle are my people too. As lord of this domain, I swear not to let harm befall them. Thank you, Serenoa. You needn't thank me. Protecting them is part of my duty as lord, as it was my father's. And I will do everything in my power to assist you. Let us protect the Roselle together. $2,900, lot of gold. Could those bandits be after the salt crystal? But there's no one who knows about it besides Lady Orlea and I. And the only crystal we have now belongs to you. We have nothing else to give. Okay, I guess I've talked to everybody. Leave the patrols to us. We'll make sure they don't lay a finger on this village. Puts my heart at ease knowing the village is unharmed. Seeing them here and now makes me more thankful than ever we chose a path that didn't require their sacrifice. Okay, right, I already know about that. Okay. Should regroup with the others, see what they've learned. Let's find out. It is the same developers.
Seem to be in high spirits. I hope the bandits have been scared off for good.
As do I. It was surprising to see that despite everything, the lives of most haven't changed a bit.
I cannot help but wonder what drew their attention in the first place, however.
You don't think it had something to do with the salt crystals, do you?
No.
How would they know? Hyzant protects that information more fiercely than the goddess herself.
Then, perhaps in their desperation, they've stooped to capturing and selling the Roselle to Hyzant.
That would be bad.
No. I won't allow the wickedness of House Tellior to run rampant again.
It was only a thought, my lady. We know nothing for certain.
Indeed, and it will serve us not to conjecture endlessly. We need to flush these bandits out and hear it from their own mouths.
Aye, but even bandits value their own lives. They won't do anything rash, so long as the odds are against them.
Lord Serenoa! Bandits! They're everywhere!
Saw that coming. What's up, big boss?
What? Suppose these ones aren't the sharpest tools in the forge.
We must hurry.
Yep. Okay, so we're not going to do that fight yet because we need to check back in with the encampment. Now that I've got money and resources. Also, do you have any more things for me? Nope. Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay, so we don't have that. What about this, though? Okay. Again, upgrades on characters I don't really care about. Superior Iron. Need another superior stone. More quality iron. Whoops. Parchment. Let's level Frederica up. I'm sure I have a parchment that I can get. Okay, Firecaster. Here we go. Superior Fiber. Okay, so Fireball. Okay. Let's save it. Okay. All right, let's see if we can do one battle here before I have to wrap up, because it is late and I am a little sleepy. Starting late because, again, I was at my kids' exhibition for Little Arv and then theater performance for Mini Arv. Recommended level 24. All right.
Time to hand over the treasure.
Treasure? We are humble folk. There is no treasure here.
Don't play coy with us. We know it's here.
Yeah, no way Aspharos would go through the trouble hiding this book if there weren't no treasure.
Yeah.
You fool! Don't go blabbing all our secrets.
A book? What book? We didn't see no book.
Tremendous.
A book? They stole a book from the archives?
Use your eyes and think. If we were hiding treasure, would we not avail ourselves some small portion of it?
I suppose.
Don't let his fancy words befuddle that big head of yours. If they're just going to keep yapping on about having no treasure, we might as well drive him out and look for it ourselves. And if they get hurt in the process, they can't say we didn't warn them.
It is I who shall warn you. Cease this folly and we will not punish you.
Yeah.
This place falls under our rule and we won't suffer bandits to harass our subjects.
We don't need the sufferance of some blue bloods. You'll regret crossing swords with me and mine. 'Tis your last chance. Hand over the treasure so we can all go home and Pa can stop his moaning about how we're so poor. Or don't hand it over and make it fun for us. We're coming for you either way.
Up, here we go. Okay. Okay, so we have to defeat Trish. So, everything should be about defeating Trish. So, Guess who's not going to get... See ya.
At once!
Time to see what happens with this dude. Wait, what the frick are you doing here, Julio? Sorry, Julio. I appreciate your ambition and all, but, no. Instead, we're going to put...
I'll do my best.
Our boy Jens here. Okay. Battle with the bandit Trish. Some cool music.
All right, come on, come on! I'll be giving out bruisings for free!
That's the plan, Trish.
Whatever treasure you seek, it isn't here. Leave now and save us all unnecessary trouble.
Shut your trap. That's exactly what someone with treasure would say, and we're coming for it!
It's exactly what someone would say.
Time to work. Come get me. You won't catch me.
Take cover. I'm invisible. Invisible.
Point me at him!
Oh, man.
This battle is ours.
Serpent Slayer. Okay. I need to get people up there to take out Trish, because she's the only one that matters.
Defeat is not an option.
Defeat is not an option. Nice.
For my kith and kin.
I need to get people up there. Yeah.
I've been waiting for this.
Sprint, please.
Show me what you're made of.
All right, let's go this way. I gotta get up the other side because I need to get Trish. Gotta take a Trish. Oh, damn it. Yeah, yeah.
Allow me.
Okay, restore. Let's get everyone some movement. Yeah.
Leave the rest to me.
I do not want that being. Let's see.
Absolutely wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful.
I must remain calm.
Okay, now, perfect.
I'll show you what I can do.
Hell yeah.
There's more yet to learn.
Ladder, baby.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Okay, let's see. He's down a little bit of health. She's fine. Fine. All right.
Allow me.
Cure wounds.
My thanks.
Oh, nice, Anna. I like the name in particular. Okay. So.
I fight for peace.
Seems appropriate.
Let us work together.
You're now
Very well.
absorbing fire. Hey, you know what does a good job at removing fire?
Here, my friend.
Rain. Yeah, trap. Wait, you still immobile? What? Oh, come on.
This will serve.
I guess let's go there.
Make way.
Good.
All right, it's my turn. Now don't move and this'll all be over soon.
Wow.
Now, what say you to a little wheelin' and dealin'? Hand it over, and we'll let you go with your lives.
We'll have no truck with bandits. Continue this folly at your own peril.
At your own peril. God damn it. I just saw him place that. Ah. I just saw him place that steel trap and I walked right into it. God damn it. Ah. So annoying.
Time to take flight.
Yes, it is. $490, $560. $521 to $560. $462, $560. Definitely that.
Lend me your wings, Floogie.
Whoa. That's kind of badass.
From where shall we strike? Death from above!
Okay. We're gonna go this way because I want to get up there and attack her. Man, that's so annoying. Death from above, but he was below. Yeah, but not when he was done. By the time he was done, he wasn't above. Or he wasn't below. Just did an orbital bombardment. Precisely. Nice. Thanks for moving out of the way, bro. Appreciate that.
A wasted effort. Too obvious.
Wow, nice. Double miss.
You won't beat me! Out of my way!
It ain't over yet!
Really?
I don't feel well.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm behind you.
Okay, good night, Shadow. Okay. Let's see. Constricting net.
Amen.
You've been netted.
I really feel like I've grown.
Damn it.
Behold true power.
Okay, let's see. If I go... Tempest might work too. And do I want to decrease bow accuracy? Maybe. Check out that battle mage, I suppose. Rainy day, lightning up. We really just need to get them up there so they can take out Trish. Ow.
Looks like I'm up.
Man, I wish I could get to him, but I can't. So, for the healer.
Who needs my shield?
I need you to actually go do something. Alright, well, for right now. Ooh, can I? Wait a minute. Can I go here and then go? Man. Aerial assault. If I go here. Alright, well then. I don't want to take him down there because he has kind of been sort of gimped in this fight, and I'm going to have you do something useful.
Take this.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, yeah.
That feels good.
I need a healer.
Sirens. Damn, that hurt.
Oh, she's asleep. That was, I did that the wrong way. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I'm gonna wake her right up again.
Sound strike.
That was a mistake.
You won't beat me.
The hunt is on.
Thanks for the huge, great work there, Stout Hawk, nothing. Guy. Person. Let's get some focus.
My arrow flies true.
Nice.
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Alright, now at least I got him up there.
I think I'm done for.
It's alright, Jens. You got a ladder up there. That was a big thing. Ow. But there's rain. How can there be fire when there's rain? There are a lot of bandits. Wow.
Wasn't
Damn, man.
to end here. I shall do what I can.
I mean, you know, that's good because we just lost like half of our troops.
Be at ease.
Guess I'll have you go there and do that because
I've been waiting for this.
Out of my way!
Damn, that hurt!
damn, that hurt. All right. Anna and Eridor. Throw oil everywhere.
Let my guard down. My time to shine.
Okay. I also realized that I totally forgot Quietus points again.
Now then.
Okay, let's see. Okay, Eridor is going to go next. Okay, he's going to go next. Good.
I'll take you on.
It would really have been nice if we could have gotten...
I can still move.
Nice. Perfect.
This is the end.
See ya.
Son of a swine herder. I can't go back to Pa empty-handed.
Bye-bye. Hell yeah, that's it. That's all we need to do is beat Trish. No problems. I knew all I had to do was just take her out, so it was probably fine. 9 kudos is not great. I'm happy with that Medal of Valor, though.
It's over. You've lost.
No more of your little tantrums. Leastways if you like having your neck attached to your head.
Kill us if you want, you bloodthirsty bastards! We're getting that treasure! Mark my words!
Trish, stop this madness.
Pa? I told you to stay put!
And let you throw your life away? You always were too hot-headed for your own good, girl.
Yeah.
You have my apologies for this whole mess. I'd ask you to spare our lives. But I know how the world works. Can't let bandits think they can raise and pillage with impunity. Need to make an example out of us.
It sounded like Jack Nicholson. Need to make an example out of us. Yeah, it's a good point. I kind of prefer that myself, Golden Drake.
So take me, hang me, behead me, whatever you please. Just leave my daughter and my people their lives. I beg you.
Have you lost your mind? I was the one who led us here! Me!
Didn't expect this from the likes of you lot. I suppose even the most unsavory of us has love for their daughters.
That's true.
Love her I do. Aye. She's got a bit too much of my foolhardiness in her, as you can see. She's in such a fervor to find this treasure so I can live my final days in comfort. Can't blame her for looking after her old man, can you?
I'm wondering if I do get them in the party, actually.
I'm the head of our band of ruffians. So if anyone deserves to answer for your sins, it's me, and me alone. From one leader to another, once again, I beg you, spare the others.
Then let's make a deal.
What sort of deal?
We shall pardon you and your kin and allow you to work in the Wolfort domain. But in exchange, would you serve House Wolfort? I would like you to help us find the treasure in this village.
Frederica.
I apologize for deciding this on my own, but there is some merit to this.
So you believe a treasure exists?
Of a sort, yes. It may be related to the Salt Crystal. We should at least take that possibility into consideration and investigate further.
So you're saying this treasure might help everyone, not just the lucky few?
That's the theory.
If that's the case, then I'm happy to shake to that. Take me instead of Pa, or we're like to be as old as he is before we find the treasure.
Stop with the bluster. I'm as spry as a... Ah! My cursed back.
We all know about your back, Pa. Now go on and rest. The young blood'll take care of it from here. There comes a time when a daughter's got to pick up her pa's slack, and that's now. I won't hear another word on the matter.
You'll be the end of me yet, girl.
Like father, like daughter.
Do you find this agreeable, Jerome?
I do. There was no harm done to my village or my people.
Then the deal has been struck. Let's get started with the search, shall we?
Yes, my lord. Leave it to me.
Yeah, Trish joined our forces. See? Trish is part of the mix. Never met loot she didn't love. Leaps across large distances. Acquires spoils on contact. I see. Okay. Not sure how much use she's going to get, but... Okay, we got the Rosellan Village. Oh, we got 3 character stories. Wow. No side quest, though. All right. We're going to do these character stories. We're going to do the encampment, and then we're going to wrap it up. Archibald reminisces about the Saltire War with Anna. Anna searches for answers about her parents. Nerador seems to know more than he lets on. Gila reflects on both Frederica's growth and her own changes over the years. Let's do that. Ah, my cursed back. I love that command.
Master Archibald, is there something on your mind?
Goddess be good. I must be getting on in years for you to be able to sneak up on me like that.
What troubles you?
I was only reminiscing. Windy days like these tend to blow my mind back a couple of decades or more.
Reminiscing about what?
Well, I think it was the Little River Band that put it best when they said, Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home. We got back to the gate and I was dreaming of the night. Would it turn out right? That's what I was doing.
War. Hard to believe it's been 30 whole years. Some days I almost forget my time as one of the Saintly Seven.
Wait, you were one of the Saintly Seven?
I defended the Citadel of Sand through the conflict. I was there when Esfrost attacked.
Oh, wow.
A number of Rosellan prisoners who tried to escape the source were there too. Including Our Lady Frederica's dear mother.
What's this?
She stayed behind all by herself to help the countless numbers of her fellow Roselle flee. That's how she was captured. But I knew we couldn't hold the Citadel. So I helped her and her friends escape in secret before the enemy attacked. The wind blew just as hard that night as it's blowing now. I'll never forget watching the Roselle, caked all over in mud as they slipped away into the dark.
Slip away
So you didn't want innocents to get caught up in the coming battle?
It never settled right with me. The way the goddess's teachings permitted abuse of the Roselle for the supposed sins of their past. A person's life isn't worth more or less just because of the conditions of their birth. More than anything, I was moved by the selfless acts of Lady Frederica's mother. She reminded me of what I had once aspired to be. She was able to do what I never could. Risk her life to save her friends. I couldn't let someone like that die. Not on my watch. It wasn't long until the other Saintly Seven discovered what I'd done.
Oh, interesting.
They branded me a traitor, stripped me of my title, and sentenced me to death. Of course, I slipped out of their clutches before they could have my head. I wandered for a while before taking up life as a merchant under the King of Glenbrook's patronage.
I never knew you and Lady Frederica's mother shared such a past.
Well, it is in the past. Anyway, let us return. This cold night wind is making my old bones ache something fierce.
Interesting that that discussion happens with Anna. Okay, there's one character story. Anna searching for answers about her parents. Yeah, Archibald's cool. I like Archibald.
Under this tree.
Under this tree, under this tree. Here is the weather, grass is the meather, under this tree.
This here's the land of the Jax clan. Or used to be, more like.
That's why I sound a little like Sam Elliott when I'm talking.
That clasp on your chest, that's their sigil, if I'm not mistaken.
Tarnation. And I am your
It's
father.
a memento from
That's
my parents.
impossible!
Or so I was told.
Aye, now that I'm looking for it, I can see the resemblance.
Love this music, by the way.
Same silvery hair and everything. Villages near here met with a pretty terrible fate. They begged the armies to spare their fields. The only one who listened was one of House Wolfort's bannermen. No one was surprised, big war hero that he was. But by the time we got here, the Jax had been all but exterminated. He was digging graves for the dead, enemy and all. A hero and a gentleman he was. Names on the tip of my tongue.
Benedict.
Aye, that was it. Do you know the man? I'd like you to pass on my gratitude, if you do.
Benedict, her father, which has been foreshadowed for about 15 hours.
Thanks for showing me the way.
Your coin's all the thanks I require. If that's all you'll be needing me for, I'll leave you to it.
He falls off the cliff.
You make a poor stalker.
Ain't exactly what I'm built for.
You fought in the battle here, didn't you?
Benedict swore me to secrecy. But suppose it ain't break an oath if you already know. Oh, but first I ought to tell you. You've the right to the truth. And those ain't my words. They're his. That's why he never tried to stop you from finding out about your parents.
You know of their fate?
We drove the enemy up the cliff top. Cornered him there. The same instant we cut their leader down, a babe cried out in the distance. In the hideout, we found you, all swaddled up. A letter pinned to you with that same clasp on your chest.
Live strong, Anna. Stronger than any. I see now.
Your family died at our hands. If it's vengeance you want, you can take it out on me.
Oh, so they were fighting the enemy and they killed her parents, although they didn't know it at the time. I mean, it wasn't like there was just a battle, like it just happened, right? Interesting.
That doesn't sound like the Eredor I know. Do you think so little of me? To assume I would forsake my friend, bloody my hands with revenge. I know the truth at last. That is enough.
Is it, Anna? Or are you forcing it to be?
Don't be a fool. Benedict is the one who raised me. If I ever want for a father, I know where to find him.
Yeah, so Benedict is basically the adoptive father.
When we've won this war, I shall make sure he understands that.
Interesting. That's cool. I like Anna as a character too. I mean, not only as a combat character, but I think there's a consistency about her that I like. Okay, Angela. One of Emily's favorites.
It's become late. We'd best keep an eye out for bandits.
You have a warrior's intuition. You needn't worry. I won't let us come to harm.
It takes no great intuition to see that this world is falling ever deeper into chaos. The reasons, however, remain elusive. Will we see our way safely through this darkness? I cannot say.
We have not but our duty, and mine is to Prince Roland, whatever might become of House Wolfort.
I find your perspective refreshing. Although it may be direct, you walk the path you've chosen with confidence.
I walk the line, I walk the line.
On the other hand, I often feel that I'm fumbling. I had thought Gustadov to be a man of reason, but now I see that he will not hesitate to employ deceit to achieve his goals.
True.
In a manner of speaking, he and I are not so different. I, too, once hoped to have the influence to change the nation. At least, I told myself so. Really, all I wanted was to be free. And Frederica was simply a means to that end.
Damn, called out.
As long as I had what I wanted, I had no great concern for what became of her.
Jila,
But this war has caused me to reconsider that. I realize that Frederica herself is worth caring for. She's not the sheltered princess I took her to be. Her wits are a match even for Benedict. She surprised me and shamed me. I was wrong to underestimate her, to define her by her birth and station.
That's right.
She represents my greatest failures as a teacher, but also my greatest success. For she has truly taken my lessons to heart. I see now there is no shame in serving another, and no shame in sacrificing my freedom for something greater.
There you go.
Oh, but perhaps I've shared overmuch. For some reason, I find it easy to talk with you.
the feeling is mutual. You are not so aloof as I thought.
What?
I've just had a thought.
The hell?
When the war is behind us, I may very well open my own school. Of course, you would be welcome to join me. I would be master of the classroom, and you could be master of the training yard. We could teach our students the art of hawksmanship. Our riders would be first class. What should our school be named? You will come and teach with me, won't you?
Let's see.
Not half so aloof as I thought.
Huette and Gila. Interesting. Okay. So that's good. Now we check the encampment. And make sure that we build up on what we've got. Although there may be another mock battle. No, there is not. Okay. So. Yep, so I thought. Okay. So now we can promote from veteran to basically master. So to elite. So we did that with Serenoa. We did that with Anna. So Gila would be nice. Huette would be nice, but oh, and there's Trish, the treasure chaser. But the one who's really got the epic quality necessary, although that's tempting, but it's got to be Eridor. I mean, Eridor's Master Guardian, Desperate Defense, and all this stuff, like, Eridor is too important, ultimately. Alright, sounds good, Wayman Wolf. I'm going to be done here in a minute myself.
Ha ha! Ain't no way I'd lose.
Learn the ability Desperate Defense. Oops. Damn it. Decreases damage taken when hit points is at 50% or below. Sweet! Tanky McTanky Tank. I love it. Alright. Cool. So, a lot of gold now. Well, a fair bit, I should say. Okay, I need superior iron. That's way too much iron for me to afford right now. Superior fiber. Sunfall. Yeah, I need superior fiber is what I need. Oh, right, and a superior stone. Okay. Superior stone, superior fiber. Alright, superior stone. Sold out. But I do have a superior fiber. Now sold out of that. Also, I have an extra parchment, which I do not need. Oh, wait, there's a grounding amulet that I haven't used yet? Okay, I'll take care of that in a minute. Do not need that because... wait a second, actually. Before I do that, let me make sure. I think it's Frederica who uses the parchment. Yeah, I did that already. Alright. I need one more superior fiber. Darn it, I don't have any other superior fibers. Alright, I can sell the parchment, though. Which will give me a lot of gold. And I can also equip... Let me have you equip. Let's see. Grounding amulet. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just did that. Really? There we go. Oh, because he... Right, because they left. That's why. Alright, well... let's have you do a grounding amulet. let's give her... and do that. Okay. Good. All right. Now... all right. So much money. All right. Good night, Rising Tides. Thank you as always, sir. Talk to you soon. Okay. Okay, I also need more fiber. So, superior fiber. Used it up. Okay, but... okay, so that allows me to... level up this. Still need superior fiber. Ooh, okay. Quality fiber. Increased damage dealt by Scorch. 8 quality fiber. How much for the 8 quality fiber? No, not you. Okay. 8 quality fiber. There we go. It's just enough. There we go. Could use more... oh, I can do either one of those. Cast for 1 turn. Deal lightning-type magic damage to all enemies and have a chance to paralyze them for 1 turn. Yes, please. Oh, wait a second. Doesn't have enough TP. Really? Why do you not have enough TP to use that? But that's... wow. That's so tempting, though. Okay, let's see. So... well, we're glad you landed here, too. Yep, exactly, Big Boss. Okay, let's see. I could use increasing defense, too. 2 timber and 5 stone. She goes down too much, actually, in battle. She falls over far too much. So, 2 timber, 5 stone. Okay, that allows me to... okay, 3 quality timber. Quality timber. Okay, good. Building up those weapons. Okay. That is so useful. Ah, I really... Okay. All right, let's level you up, even though I never use you. So, I don't understand it. Oh, yeah. I'm still teaching. I'm going to be entering my 20th year at St. John's, actually. Okay. Let me see. I need 9 superior iron. I bet I don't have it either. Oh, I don't even have that yet? Yeah, I think I can do better than that. I should have increased that a while ago. Using a lot of money here, but I'm building up the strength of my main people, which is what I need to do. No, not luck. No, not magic defense. Physical defense. Or that range of hawk dive is really useful. Okay. Okay. 6 quality iron. Can I do it? How much for the quality iron? You only have 5 quality iron, really? Unfortunate. All right, well, this actually will give me a chance to get a couple more of these. Or one more of those, I guess. I could also sell some stuff. Panacea pellet's really useful, too. Okay. Oh, I forgot I have a large thunderstone. Okay. Keep that in mind. All right. Pretty good, though. In much, much better shape now. We have leveled them up. Okay. So when we next play, we will be able to deal with the Rosellan village, which will be good. We did a battle today. We leveled up a lot of our folks today. Built them up. Thank you, Xanos. Well, I appreciate that, Xanos. And, you know, we try to also be a space that is, you know, welcoming and kind for the community, too, which is important. But it's the same deal. Like, as is the case with most of the so-called trolls in this channel, all of the real trolls have been banished long ago. The trolls who claim they're trolls are actually secretly, don't tell anyone, but actually very nice people. Dragon is extraordinarily generous person. There's numerous other examples of things like that that I could mention with him. And, of course, the people like that. So it's all part of it. It would be Disarv proved. Oh, man. So, but good stuff today, folks. Again, I know this was a late cast. Not the way that I would normally be starting in terms of how late it was. But that was because I was watching my kids, as I told you all. And so I appreciate that people were understanding of having a late cast. And I appreciate that we had, you know, people stop by including both new friends and old folks that I have not seen for a long time, but who I did manage to see today. So I am very grateful to those folks who made that a possibility. But it is late, and so I am going to rise up on out of here because we've got stream stuff happening tomorrow. Specifically, we have got this brand new hat all of a sudden has got a lot of, like, get that out of here. That dust and debris. Damn it. Get off the thing. There we go. Much better. Much better. I feel much better now. That's all good. But in any case, so, I am going to rise up on out of here because tomorrow I do need a mini vacuum. It's true. It'd be much easier. I could just vacuum my hat. Tomorrow, I am going to be back to you folks with the Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks, where we are going to have our next session coming up. I'm actually very excited about that. That next session is going to be Navy blue and lint are amazing contrast. Yes, that's probably true. This is actually a green hat as well. But it's got the blue light in the background, and then they got this, so it's got some stuff going on. But I'll be back tomorrow with some amazing, awesome Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. So I hope you folks will stop by for that because it's going to be good times. Oh, thank you, Golden Drake. So it's going to be good times, and I am excited to have you all be a part of that. So hopefully you will be able to join me tomorrow. That should be happening at around 7:30. Then we will be off Sunday, and then on Monday we have a pretty special day. Actually, we've got two things going on Monday. The one that I know for sure is happening Monday evening, and that is Bag of Giving, which is the charity event that is run on this channel once a month, actually twice a month, is going to be doing a session of Ironsworn Starforge, which I have never seen played. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. That's going to be Monday night. Now, Monday afternoon, technically, is supposed to be a GM turn for Court of Blades, but I don't know whether now that we've had to change up the Court of Blades session that was supposed to happen tonight, I don't know if that means that the GM turn has also been pushed back. So we will have to find out if that's the case. Yeah, no, this is a green hat, actually, dark green. But so assuming that the GM turn is still able to happen, then that'll be happening Monday at 2 in the afternoon, 2 p.m. Eastern. But if not, then that will actually be pushed back to later, probably early next month. And so we will see how that goes. But anyway, I am going to be, or will be reading part of Grey Shade. Yes, I will. I'm going, not next week. No, not next week. September 11th, actually, Big Boss. September 11th, between the hours of 2 and 3:30, I am going to be doing a 5-minute reading from Grey Shade, although I don't know what section of Grey Shade I'll be doing yet, but soon we will see what happens. It's going to be happening during one of the times during that session. So, but otherwise, I'm going to be back to you folks, as I say, tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern, for some Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks, which is an awesome new campaign, and we will have the whole crew there. So you'll see Kat, Johnny, Zach, and you will see Toya is going to be is going to be there as well. So we're going to have an awesome session. And if you were there for the first part of the final command, you will want to know a little bit about what happens in the second half of it, because it ended on just a little bit of a cliffhanger, just a bit. So you won't want to miss that. But I'm going to rise up on out of here. No raid today. It's super, super late. But I am going to thank all of you for being here. If you like what you saw and heard, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ArvTube. Please subscribe to me over there because it is free to do that, and you can check out all the content I have there. !ArvCord is my Discord channel where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. And !ArvTweets is my Twitter where you can always see when I'm going live and various announcements from me and things like that. Website is arvanelaron.com. !ArvTrayon for my Patreon, which is really the financial backbone of the channel. And subbing to the channel, as many of you did with gift subs and resubs, is super, super, super helpful. So I really appreciate that. And of course, on the publishing side, !Icarus for my Icarus graphic novel from Athos Arts. !Library for my Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, my 5e adventure and source book from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And of course, Gray Shade for my Gray Shade novel, which came out on May 31st, and my Gray Shade Kickstarter, which is now a backer kit, is going to be doing lots and lots of stuff, including an audiobook, the sequels to my Gray Shade novel, and many other things, the Founder's Coin and all that other kind of good stuff. So you can check that out with exclamation point Gray Shade KS. And as always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter. Very important to affirm and assert the significance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Very important to reach out to others when you need help and to reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE. Very important to support the fine people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war. I want to thank all of the amazing mods tonight. Thank you to Arudinel, to Dragonspear, to Rock God, and special thanks tonight to Xanos. It is good to have you back. Thank you so much, Xanos, and hopefully we will see you around here these parts more often, but it's good to see you, seriously. And of course, thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thank you to Arudinel, Dragonspear, Rock God, Xanos Now, Echo, Golden Drake, Mrs. Dunsel, Prince Justin. Thank you, as always, to Big Boss. Thank you to Guy with a Really Long Name, Ryo, and Wispy Song. That's it for me. Thank you so much to everyone, all the gift subs, all the resubs, all that kind of good stuff. Very fun stream tonight. I was expecting just to do a quick one, because it was, again, late at night and all that, but we ended up having a really good one. So thank you, everybody, for being a part of it. I'll see you here Saturday night for some Expedition from the Mysterious Peaks. Until then, everyone be good to each other, and I'll catch you folks soon. Much love to all of you. Bye for now. Honk.